Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Wednesday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, so you can watch it there on demand. Today is February 27th, 2019. And now, the News at Noon. Reported in the Journal, photos from Jim Mimiaga. In anticipation of possible new gun control laws, the Montezuma County Commissioners are leaning towards a resolution to declare the county a gun rights sanctuary exempt from a proposed state law. The Colorado legislature is considering HB 1177, a red flag law meant to control possession of guns by individuals exhibiting extreme risk because of mental illness. 80 residents gathered for the 9 a.m. public meeting comment period, which lasted 2 hours during the commissioners' regular meeting on Tuesday. The resolution is titled Opposition to Infringement Upon the Constitutional Right to Keep and Bear Arms. At the meeting, 23 residents supported the commissioners' resolution and 6 were critical. Sheriff Steve Nowlin wavered as the discussion deepened. He supported the commissioners' original draft resolution, which contained language, quote, opposing the proposed gun law, and said he was willing to sign the document. But when commissioners pushed for language that declared the county a gun rights sanctuary, he was less definitive about signing on because of his elected duty to uphold Colorado law. The commissioners requested County Attorney John Baxter to redraft the resolution to include sanctuary language. A special meeting will be held 6:30 p.m. this Thursday to review the revised resolution and consider its adoption. Some residents who spoke up at the meeting were concerned that the proposed gun law might be unconstitutional and a threat to freedom, and that it might unjustly target residents who are claimed to be mentally ill. Others spoke to the need for gun control in mental health emergencies to prevent gun violence or suicide. They noted that the right to bear arms is not unlimited. Others were concerned that HB 1177 is the first of many gun control laws the Colorado legislature will consider, and were upset in general about any gun control laws. Nowlin said he protects the right to bear arms. He was critical of HB 1177 and supported the commissioner's resolution opposing it. Nowlin said current laws allow for guns to be seized as physical evidence when they are used in the commission of a crime. But he did not agree with taking someone's firearm under a red flag law when it was not suspected to have been involved in a crime. To ask us to take someone's property because of a red flag finding is unconstitutional. That is where I stand, Nowlin said. Nowlin said the sheriff's office would not request the temporary protection orders under the proposed red flag law. But he said if HB 1177 were to pass, it could put his office, quote, between a rock and a hard place because his oath of office includes upholding Colorado laws. If I get a court order and do not follow through with the order, I will be in front of a judge for a show cause hearing and found in contempt, he said. Baxter said the first draft of the resolution was a political statement and assertion against the red flag law. But if the sanctuary phrasing is added in the resolution, quote, it is telling the citizens that HB 1177 law will not be enforced in Montezuma County when and if it is passed, he said. Baxter said that without Nowlin signing on to it, the county, quote, legally doesn't have a lot of ground to stand on. He thinks the commissioners do not have the authority to make Nowlin, an elected official, enforce or not enforce a law without his signature. Creating a gun rights sanctuary that defies state legislation might lead to litigation, Baxter said. It was noted that the county resolution does not involve the Cortez Police Department or the Mancos Marshal. The issue was tabled until Thursday to allow Baxter to redraft the resolution with the sanctuary language for commissioners' review. Also from the Journal, with file photos, U.S. Representative Scott Tipton voted against a House resolution Tuesday to overturn President Donald Trump's declaration of a national emergency on the southern border. The Democratic-led resolution, which must now pass the Senate, would nullify Trump's national emergency less than 2 weeks after he declared it February 15th. This marks the first time Congress has attempted to overturn a presidential emergency since the 1976 National Emergencies Act passed. While I strongly prefer that this be addressed through the legislative process, unfortunately, Democrat leaders in Congress refused to put forth serious proposals to secure the U.S.-Mexico border, which led to action by the president through the powers granted to him under the National Emergency Acts, Tipton, Republican from Cortez, said in a prepared statement after the vote. The resolution passed with 232 Democrats voting in favor of blocking the national emergency declaration, with 3 Democrats not casting a vote. Tipton has long supported strong border control. In a conversation Monday with the Durango Herald, he emphasized the importance of maintaining our border and our security in terms of border threats that are coming over. He added, "We're hopeful we'll be able to see legislation actually move through the process. I think that's important, but we also have empathy for the president's position." Tipton called out House Democrats for what he saw as their unwillingness to work with the Trump administration. Quote, "They're not seeing a partner that is willing to work with them, particularly out of the House right now under Speaker Nancy Pelosi," Tipton said. In his statement after Tuesday's vote, Tipton also said, "Now the constitutionality of the National Emergency Declaration will be declared by the judicial branch." The resolution passed the Democratic-held House with a wide majority Tuesday with a vote of 245 to 182. 13 Republicans voted alongside Democratic colleagues to block the emergency declaration. The proposal now heads to the Senate. Senator Michael Bennet, Democrat of Colorado, who may be looking at the presidential race himself, previously came out in opposition of Trump's emergency declaration. On February 14th, Bennet released a statement saying, quote, "Whatever your politics, every American should worry about President Trump's attempt to bypass the U.S. Congress by inventing a national emergency." Senator Cory Gardner, Republican from Colorado, has been more circumspect in his thoughts about the national emergency. Shortly after Trump's announcement, he said, quote, "I'm currently reviewing the authorities the administration is using to declare a national emergency." The resolution is expected to face more opposition in the Republican-controlled Senate. Reported in the Durango Herald with a file photo. La Plata County Commissioners on Tuesday furthered efforts to bring Denver TV to Southwest Colorado, while at the same time hoping to enlist the help of Colorado's newly elected Attorney General. For years, La Plata County residents have received programming from Albuquerque, making the county an, quote, orphan county, a term for a community that receives television programming from a location out of state. La Plata County residents have demanded in-state television programming from Denver for years to have access to more relevant Colorado news, weather, and sports. The effort seemed to have gained traction in March 2017 when the Federal Communications Commission approved a petition that allowed satellite providers to partner with television companies in Denver to broadcast in La Plata County. Later that month, however, several Albuquerque stations filed a petition to block the Denver stations from reaching La Plata County, arguing that Denver stations lack a, quote, meaningful audience in La Plata County, and that residents have received ample technical coverage and local programming. The Albuquerque station's appeal has effectively made Denver stations reluctant to begin broadcasting in La Plata County until the FCC reaches a decision on the matter. It is a decision all interested parties have been awaiting for almost 2 years now. Chuck Stevens, interim La Plata County manager, said the county has reached out to the FCC numerous times for an update, and the county has not received a response. La Plata County Commissioners on Tuesday approved sending a letter to the FCC urging the agency to, quote, take action to affirm the March 2017 decision and help facilitate La Plata County's access to the Colorado broadcast programming that all other Colorado citizens currently enjoy. La Plata County Commissioner Gwen Lachelt said residents in the county have suffered as a result of not receiving in-state news, especially when it comes to understanding current legislation being debated at the state capitol and learning about candidates during elections. Lachelt said she heard anecdotally from local teachers that grade school students believe New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grissom is their governor. This is important to be able to tap into the Denver market and be fully a part of our state, she said. The La Plata County Commissioner Julie Westendorf said she met with Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser earlier this month on the matter. Weiser promised before taking the office that he would advocate for getting Denver TV into La Plata County. Westendorf said Weiser planned to talk with FCC personnel during a planned trip to Washington, D.C. this month. She said although congressional delegates, Senator Michael Bennet, Senator Cory Gardner, and Representative Scott Tipton have supported those efforts in the past, this is the first time someone at the state level is pushing for access to Denver TV signals. Weiser is fully aware of the facts here and is willing to advocate, Westendorf said. A spokesman for Weiser said Tuesday that Weiser will be in Washington, D.C. on March 5th and is scheduled to meet with FCC Chairman Ajit Pai to discuss the La Plata County orphan TV issue. And now let's take a look at our weather. Looking at the national weather map, an additional 10 inches or more of liquid equivalent precipitation is forecast for the northern Sierras, most of which occurs during the next couple of days and should be in the form of feet's worth of snow. Heavy snow conditions for higher elevations continue through the west. The southwest is mostly clear. Rain and freezing rain batters the southeastern U.S. all the way up through the mid-Atlantic, and light to moderate snow will spread from the Great Lakes to the northeast on Wednesday and Wednesday night. The regional hazardous update states that the first of several waves will bring some snow to the Colorado mountains this evening, with 1 to 4 inches possible in the Elkhead Park, Flat Top, and Elk Ranges by early Thursday morning. A stronger wave passes through Thursday evening through Friday, bringing snow to higher elevations of eastern Utah and the western slope. A nearly continuous stream of moisture will bring periods of mountain snow and perhaps snow in the northern valleys through the weekend. But our local DCTV 5-day outlook doesn't show actual precipitation until the weekend at our elevation. Today, partly sunny with a high near 42. South winds 5 to 15 miles an hour may help dry out some of the mud from yesterday on the county roads as they thaw out. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 26. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a high near 44. Again, south winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 29. Then Friday, partly sunny with a high near 44. Friday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 28. So looking at Saturday, a 50% chance of snow showers before 10 a.m. and then a chance of rain and snow showers mixing between 10 a.m. and noon, and a continued chance of rain showers in the afternoon. Mostly cloudy with a high near 42. Saturday night, rain showers are likely before midnight, then a chance of rain and snow showers between midnight and 4 a.m. and still a chance of snow showers after 4 a.m. Cloudy with a low around 32 degrees. No accumulation is predicted. Sunday morning, that same pattern continues with a chance of snow showers before 11 a.m. and then a chance of rain and snow showers between 11 and noon and a chance of rain showers afternoon. Mostly cloudy with a high near 43. And into Sunday night, a slight chance of rain and snow showers continues before 7 p.m. and a slight chance of snow showers in the evening. Mostly cloudy with a low around 28 degrees. So the weekend is possibly a wash at this point, but it should clear out for the work week, with Monday looking mostly cloudy with a high near 42 degrees and Monday night partly cloudy with a low around 22. And now back to the news. Released to the Journal San Juan National Forest photo. The San Juan National Forest is seeking public comment on a proposed logging and forest restoration project northwest of Dolores and east of Dove Creek. The draft environmental assessment for the Lone Pine Vegetation Project details a plan across 62,000 acres that combines commercial ponderosa logging, timber, and understory thinning, prescribed fire, and reseeding to encourage a more healthy and resilient forest. Reducing ponderosa's stand density and promoting more diverse and classification are the goals, said Forester David Casey. Thinning the forest is expected to lessen a growing epidemic of the round-headed pine beetle. By 2018, the area of dead, dying, or damaged trees in the area from the beetle grew to 27,000 acres, a 59% increase from 2017. Forest structure in the area is predominantly mature, even-aged, and densely stocked ponderosa pine stands with a closed canopy. Tree ages average 80 to 100 years. The dense monotype conditions increase susceptibility to insect infestation or wildfire events, provides less habitat diversity for wildlife, and lower forest resiliency, according to the study. Opening up the canopy will allow sunlight to reach the forest floor and promote new pine growth. The project would support a more natural mosaic of vegetation, including areas with bare soil or scarce duff that are ideal conditions for new tree seedling establishment. The plan also addresses safety concerns by reducing the amount of dead and dying timber that contribute to wildfire fuel accumulations and snag and falling tree hazards. Proposed thinning of even-aged gamble oak will promote young sprouts and more healthy acorn production for wildlife, according to the environmental analysis. Grass and forb production is lacking in most areas, with overstory ponderosa pine and pine litter dominates the ground layer. The hope is to create a more natural ponderosa ecosystem that features a variety of grasses, forbs, and shrubs in the understory, which maintains moisture and soil stability and provides better wildlife habitat. If the plan is approved, Forest Service bidding for commercial sales could begin by June, with logging starting soon after. Base rates for Forest Service sales are $3 per 100 cubic feet, plus $2 road use and $2 brush disposal fee. The logging truck routes are on Forest Roads 504 and 521. Trucks will travel across the Bradfield Bridge and county roads to access US 491. Casey said the forest roads have recently been improved with gravel and better drainage in anticipation of the push for more logging, and timber companies also help maintain the roads as part of their contracts. About 50 to 70 miles of temporary roads would be installed to access timber stands, but the roads will be removed and decommissioned once logging is complete. Specific substantive comments can be submitted via email, mail, or fax, and we'll post all of that information on today's happenings on our Facebook page. And published in the USA Today for you Colorado Rockies fans, that's the state's baseball team if you didn't already know. Nolan Arenado never wanted to go anywhere else, and Tuesday morning, the Colorado Rockies were making sure that he was staying put. The Rockies and Arenado have agreed to an 8-year, $260 million contract with an opt-out in 3 years. Arenado, age 27, just 16 months older than Bryce Harper, will receive the highest annual salary of $32.5 million per year, breaking Miguel Cabrera's record of $31 million per year for a position player. Arenado said, quote, "I grew up here in this organization, so it feels like home in a way. I've been here since the tide has changed, and that's a really good feeling. I was part of that change. You want to win in a place where you've been all of your life." Arenado, who has finished in the top 5 in MVP voting for 3 consecutive years, is not only the face of the Rockies, but also one of baseball's ultimate role models. Despite being the greatest player in the National League and one of only 4 players in history to win 3 home run titles and earn 4 Gold Gloves in a 4-year period, Arenado knew there was no guarantee other teams would line up at his door when he became a free agent. And now that the Rockies are winning, Arenado really has no complaints at all. He loves the city where he owns a condo in downtown Denver. He adores the passionate fan base. Coors Field may no longer be the hitter's paradise of Cincinnati or Philadelphia now that they are sorting baseballs in a humidor, but he won't deny it's a fabulous place to hit. He has a career .320 batting average and staggering .984 OPS on base plus slugging percentage at Coors Field. So he asks, despite not having the fame if he played in New York or Los Angeles, and the contract is fair, why in the world would he ever want to leave? Rockies manager Bud Black said, quote, "My hope would be that Nolan's a Rocky forever. There's something special about that. I think Nolan realizes that as well." Arenado became the first player in history to sign a contract eclipsing $225 million and remaining with the same team. "It would be pretty cool," Arenado said before he agreed to the deal, "to be one of those guys that stays with one organization their whole career. It just doesn't happen anymore. I'd like to change that. Man, it would be pretty special." And today's High Canyon Country happenings. February 28th, Icons of the Southwest is hosted by Capture Icons photo tours and workshops in Moab, Utah. Experience some of the most photogenic locations and scenes in the West. Springtime is an incredibly special time as the dramatic landscape is bursting with wildflowers and the abundant wildlife is on the move. 2 highly experienced landscape and wildlife and night sky photographers, Ryan Smith and Jerry Patterson, team up to share with you their secrets firsthand of how to capture the beauty of the dynamic landscape, as well as how to be on the lookout for capturing wildlife opportunities. Locations are planned for sunrise and sunset locations with the possibility of shooting wildlife along the way, as well with the night sky and the Milky Way. You'll not only photograph the icons at this great location, but will also have the opportunity to hit many of the lesser known areas in which Ryan and Jerry have discovered through their many years of shooting in the area. This workshop will feature Goblin Valley and Factory Butte. Then March 1st in Bluff, Utah, celebrate Cedar Mesa and the Bears Ears. It's their annual gathering for people who care about the greater Cedar Mesa area, Bears Ears, and all of the internationally significant public lands in San Juan County, they say. Join them for a 3-day weekend of fun, including Friday service projects, Saturday presentations with live music, and Sunday morning hikes. For more information and tickets, go online to friendsofcedarmesa.org. And join MORP for a hands-on pruning workshop in a historic apple orchard on Saturday, March 2nd from 10 to noon. Dress for the weather, wear boots, gloves, and glasses. Bring water and a snack and a sharpened pruning tool if you have one. MORP will provide the extras. The orchard location is 14120 Road 26 in Dolores. There will be detailed directions provided to those who pre-register. Cost of the workshop is free to current MORP members. The MORP is the Montezuma Orchard Restoration Project, and it's $30 otherwise. You may pay at the workshop or prepay at the donate button on MORP's website, which is montezumaorchard.org. Please send them an email at morp@montezumaorchard.org if you plan to attend, as class size is limited to 20 persons. And all of these happenings are posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page, along with our YouTube channel's on-demand replays, weather, notices, and original stories and local posts. To share your event or information, please contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com or call us at the station 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon airs at noon Monday through Thursday and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel as well as our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. Please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.